What's up, guys? This is Jesse, and this is how Suno AI could change the very fabric of the entire music industry. If you haven't heard of it before, Suno AI is a generative AI tool that essentially creates radio quality music in minutes. You can generate entire songs with lyrics with this tool. It's incredible. And even though I am a consultant in luxury e-commerce for the fine jewelry industry, many of you know that I spent many years in Nashville in the music industry, and this is a topic near and dear to my heart. So this is how Suno could bring down major labels. So if you're in the music industry, pay attention, because they could bring the whole thing down and create a new golden age for people that want to pursue the arts through music and don't necessarily want to embed themselves into a super corrupt system with the music industry. Of course, P. Diddy's all over the news, and you don't have to tell me, and I don't have to tell you why you wouldn't want to be a part of that power structure, right? So this is how Suno could bring it all down. Right now, there's lawsuits out against Suno and a couple of other generative AI music tools because they're saying, very similar to how like the New York Times tried to sue OpenAI unsuccessfully, that it was trained, their program or their platform was trained on a corpus of data that belonged to copyright holders and so on. So all of a sudden, the major labels really care about taking care of artists and things like that. Really funny to see that. This is how Suno could bring the house down. If they play the game 10 years out, they could make moves right now that would obliterate the biggest major labels. And this is how they could do it. They would have to be willing to go scorched earth to a certain degree. Scorched earth is when you seem to make a play that is disadvantageous to you in order to eliminate your competitors. So the way Suno could do this is they could open source their platform now and put it up on GitHub or put whatever data that is on someone's hard drive up on GitHub and basically pull what Tesla did in order to get over the hump that prevented electric cars from ever happening. They had to open source the data in order to make sure that the energy sector didn't come after them. This is what Suno could do. They could open source the basis of the foundation of the platform and make it so anyone could build an AI music tool, similar to what Llama 3 has been released by Meta in order to compete with all the big players in AI. They did the same thing. They went scorched earth in order to play the long game. Meta's doing it so that people will build AI tools with Llama 3 and then create apps that would go on whatever metaverse platform they're building. People laughed at Mark Zuckerberg a couple of years ago, and the guy's looking pretty visionary now. So what Suno could do if they wanted to adopt this strategy is you open source the platform and you think beyond people creating AI songs. I know you guys got to make your money back. I know will.i.am's an investor. I know that Timbaland and my fellow Virginian is an investor. But guys, hear me out on this. If you open sourced it and then think down the line of what people could use Suno for in the coming years, the value that could be provided by generative AI music over the coming years, and you eliminated the threat of a lawsuit from major labels, that would completely take them out of the game. Then you start thinking, okay, well now we have this open source platform that can create synthetic data. Then you're using the really high quality, I am impressed with the platform, you use the really high quality outputs from Suno, or whatever you call the outsource platform, to get around the lawsuit. Then you start using that synthetic data to create tools like AI mixing and mastering. What if you had, I'm not going to name any famous mixing engineers because I don't want to hurt feelings, but imagine the big names in mixing, and you have an AI that could mix a hit record on that level. and you've got AI able to create the stems, and you have humans guiding the creative process and making something incredible and adding their vocals, and it's a relationship between human creativity and AI and all of that. All of that could be the outsourced aspect, and you use that data to basically recreate the music industry. Recreate tools that have actual utility in what the music industry was meant to become if a bunch of corporate people that can't play instruments hadn't gotten involved. People that don't deserve to be a part of it. I'm going to say that right now. Like, to the executives in the music industry still hanging on, I mean, you see the castle crumbling. Why are you still in that seat? Like, they've basically created an entire, they're building the new industry around lawsuits because they can't make money, because they have no ingenuity, they have no creative ideas. So if you open source Suno and make it so anyone can create, and then you use the synthetic data outputs from Suno to create the real new value, whether it be mixing and mastering through AI, automated through an entire infrastructure that would track the publishing with metadata and all of that. You could do so much if you're willing to make a little bit of a sacrifice for the greater good and make sure that they can't put you guys down. What you've built is really fucking important. And it's going to potentially eliminate the power structure that has prevented music from being good. We have a bunch of controllable talent. They get people that are just good enough. We don't have Bob Marley. We don't have Jimi Hendrix coming out. We have our little pop stars, and they're little teams of 12 people that used to write their songs before Suno. None of that was good for the music business. None of that was good for the art. And since Suno has eliminated the songwriter camp and has eliminated the ability for major labels to hold on to their power in how they can put out the best content, essentially, if you think 10 years ahead and you think of all of the various ways that a corpus of data created synthetically from Suno could be used to create an infinite array of products that empower the artists again, that could absolutely change the course of history through the way that music dictates how culture develops. So, this is just my thoughts on what you guys could do with your tool in the music business. What I'm focused on here is empowering creatives through e-commerce. I work in the fine jewelry industry. We have an AI tool at Jeweler's Advantage that is also free, that allows you to design at the level of a Cartier or a Tiffany or a Bulgari. And then we're getting people ready to have AI agent employees on a Shopify store. So imagine if you're an artist and things go the way they should with an open source Suno. And if Suno doesn't do it, the model's going to become commoditized. There was a ChatGPT and then there was Llama 3 just a couple years later. So it's going to happen anyway. So you guys might as well move to where the puck is going. When the music industry gets revolutionized, then it's going to be a matter of how are artists going to make money in the music industry. Imagine a hip hop artist that could control their entire production end to end. And then that's treated as marketing. And then you're anchoring the commercial value of your career and your brand to gold, and you align yourself with a brand that you own that sells gold and diamond jewelry on the internet with AI agent employees. Just a short little talk here, just some visionary ideas for y'all. Run with them. I know what I'm doing. Regardless, if you think that jewelry thing sounds cool, that's already happening. But I just wanted to put that out there, that whether it's Suno or somebody else to do that, open source that stuff and bring the castle down. They had their fun. Eliminate them. Eliminate them. We all want them eliminated. Eliminate them. So this is Jesse at Jeweler's Advantage, and getting a little hot on the music executives, but hey, they deserve it. So enjoy the salary while you can, guys. And everybody else that enjoys disruptive entrepreneurship and wants to back their career with gold in a time where everything is changing so rapidly and so wildly, head to jewelersadvantage.com. My name is Jesse Corby. You can find me on Facebook. We got an awesome private community, and we're here to empower artists and help them have great careers. So this is Jesse at Jewelers Advantage, and I will see you in the next one.